Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael Knipp, aka Hat Boy, and I'm here to tell you that I'm feeling weird this month about just making a TBR in general. For one, most of my friends are doing the magical readathon, which I think is awesome and cool. And if I had been thinking about it or planning for it, I would probably definitely want to be a part of it because it's the most crunchy, in-depth readathon I've ever seen. Where you pick a career and then you study for it. You get to pretend that you're a student at Hogwarts. I love all my friends that are doing that. I should have been aware of it before, but I'm a bad booktuber. And I could have jumped in. I still had time to jump in. But with the mood that I'm in right now, with the things that are happening, I'm just in the mood to read. That doesn't mean I have some things I probably will get. That doesn't mean I don't have things I'm going to get to, and I want to talk about the things I really want to get to. But I was jumping in on a bunch of different read-alongs and readathons, and I was trying to get involved in scheduling out my reading. And then I realized that I don't like to live that way in my normal life. Why would I do that with my reading life as well? It becomes a little bit cumbersome to tie myself down to so many things and fully commit to them. Why not just freaking read what I want to read? And also, when I talked about that in my last video, all of you said basically the same thing. Just read what I want to read, and that's what I'm going to do. So what do I want to read this month? What am I thinking I'll probably be reading? Bree from Call Me After Coffee always says that her TBR pile is actually a possibility pile. I believe that's what she says. Love the term. Gonna use it. What am I likely to read this month? Well, first, I already finished a book this month, and it was Oathbringer, the third book in the Stormlight Archive trilogy. And man, it totally blew me away. During the climactic scene of that thing, there were so many reveals that I couldn't stop reading, but I was forced to. It was a clash of me wanting to try to do other things in my real life and me wanting to binge this book. And we'll say I failed the balance, but I finished the book. I was a little bit afraid because I've heard a lot of people talk about Oathbringer being the least favorite in this series. But, well, I'll just say review forthcoming. That's maybe the one thing I'm going to super hard commit to. Yeah, I'm going to be reviewing Oathbringer as soon as I can. What else am I going to read? Well, I've been doing the Analog 2020, and I will say that I do want to continue with that. I want to see what happens to Anne. I love that series. I've said it before, way more than I ever intended or expected to. Anne of Windy Proposals is book 4, and that's the book we're going to be reading this month. Thank you so much to Tia and Amanda for hosting the Analog 2020. I am going to be continuing in that. Additionally, we'll talk about the Dresden Files. I was in a Dresden Files read-along, and ultimately this is what kind of broke me about being super stringent with my reading schedule, and it's the fact that I finished the Dresden Files book 1. It was super breezy and light and kind of what I needed, and I just wanted to continue reading. So I'm probably going to be reading book 2, Full Moon of the Dresden Files, and I might be just continuing on the series until I don't want to anymore. In some kind of perfect world, I would like to catch up in time to read the new books as they come out, but that's a lot of books to read before July, though I could be caught up in time to read the new one in September. I think that's when those two releases were. Like I said, I really enjoyed that first book. I want to continue on. Next up is Wizard and Glass, book 4 of the Dark Tower. I've never really talked about this series on my channel before. During the period where I basically call my dead period of books, when I wasn't reading anything for that 10-year span, I read the first 3 books of the Dark Tower series, and I really liked them, but I needed a break after each one, basically. I have book 4, and I have never read it, and since the guys over the Codex Cantina have reached that point in their Dark Tower analysis series, I figured I might as well do that. They're already ahead of me. I hope to be able to read that book this month. We'll see where the winds take me. Something new that I had tried to do last month, which was I did my very first reading vlog, which I did for the book Cinder. And Cinder won by an overwhelming majority of votes. But second to Cinder was a book that a lot of people wanted to see my reactions to, whether positive or negative. This includes my sister, who is a huge fan of the series. So I might try my hand at doing another reading vlog with that other book that got the second most votes. This one. And if I have fun with that, I might do City of Bones too. I don't know, that one's back there. Additionally, because I've been so locked down in the schedule that I kind of had for reading, there was a lot of books that I put on hold from my library on Libby, the digital library, that I've been waiting to come in, but I've been so engaged reading other things that even when those books come in, I have to kind of push them off and deliver them later because I'm already engaged. there's a bunch of books that might be coming in this month or very short after that I want to be able to read when they come in. Right now, I have sitting in my shelf that I haven't read Skyward, Brandon Sanderson. Really looking forward to his sci-fi interpretation. According to him, the sci-fi interpretation of the boy and his dragon, it's girl and her spaceship. Additionally, one of the huge, big, talked about books on BookTube that I may or may not be into, but that could be funny either way, is The Cruel Prince. The Cruel Prince. Not cool, cruel. That's sitting on my Kindle right now. Other books that may drop this month include Six of Crows, Scarlet, which is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles series, and The Golden Compass, which one of my earliest book friends, Elliot, channel I'll link down below, right around Christmas time last year, was willing to send me his physical copies of the His Dark Materials original trilogy because he wanted to see my take on it as a religious person in contrast with the thoughts that I was giving about Narnia at the time. That was extremely generous, and I'm very thankful for it. There was a couple hiccups, and it didn't happen, but I said that I would get it from my library. At that point, I put the book on hold at my library, and it still has not come in. But it's getting close if Libby's estimation time is correct. I want to at least give that first one a shot, especially because of Elliot's generosity in offering that, to at least see what my take on it would be. But obviously because of the TV show, that's why the book was on hold for an eternity. I'll probably be reading that soon. Lastly, and certainly not leastly, I'm caught up on the Stormlight Archive proper. I've read those 3 books. I'm excited for the book in November. You know I'm going to be covering that. And I'll probably just, even though the videos don't do well on my channel, I'll probably do more Stormlight videos because that would just be dishonest if I didn't because of my passion for that series. But I so desperately want to be caught up on the rest of the Cosmere that I just want to pick up one of his other series or standalones. Angela over on her channel at the Literature Science Alliance, link down below, did a video where she talked about her recommended reading order for the Cosmere. I'm planning on probably just following that, which her, I think, recommended videos actually just pretty much follows publication order. That's the way that she did it. After reading the Stormlight Archive, I have confidence in Brandon Sanderson's ability to tell a fantasy story that I would be into. So I'm not really feeling that I will have a huge problem with all of them, even if they're not all my favorites the way that Stormlight has been. So I'll probably pick up like Elantris. I might pick up Warbreaker first since I know it ties more into Stormlight directly. I've heard that from multiple people, including Angela and Raj from Readathon, link down below. I also know that Warbreaker is one of Elliot Brooks' favorites. She's a great YouTube channel. I'm sure you know her already. She constantly recommends that book, and now I feel like even more than ever I want to read it. Yeah, I'm just in a mood here, man. I'm chill. I'm reading what I want to read, and I'm excited to go forward into this month. Because of my expectations of Oathbringer being low, maybe that's why I'm so high coming off of it, but I just want to go have some fun and read some books. Yeah, I probably got to read something lighter now because that was heavy on my heart, but I think this is going to be an awesome month for reading. Good luck to everybody else who's doing the magical Readathon TBR. I hope you guys have a blast. I'm over here. I'm going to watch you guys from the outside. I'm a Hogwarts student who's a little bit truant. I hope you guys will join me on this channel in talking about books and having a great time. I've made so many good friends. Please remember to like and subscribe if you want to. I hope you guys are staying healthy and safe. Have a great rest of your day.